they can, as now the motorcade draws along St Kilda, coming up now with just a few yards to go to the main entrance of the theatre.
Well, if protocol denied us a glimpse of Princess Diana earlier, not now.
Indeed not. And what a very exciting moment this must be for 17-year-old Lisa Kemp, a Queen's Scout, a student from Footscray College, where she's doing a course in mothercraft. She is the young lady who has been chosen there to step forward to open the door so that we get our first glimpse this evening of their Royal Highnesses, the Prince of Wales, followed by, stunning as always, Her Royal Highness, the Princess of Wales. And then, as Premier John Cain and Mrs. Nancy Cain greet them both under the shelter of that umbrella, the royal standard is broken. The Prince of Wales truly is in residence, as it were, in the hall. In the background, we hear the fanfare played by the trumpeters from the band of the 3rd Military District. And the Princess, of course, as always, looking quite stunning, making her way through a phalanx of flashlights as she and the Prince, now accompanied by the State Premier, move into the foyer.
And so the most photographed couple in the world are now here and looking happy and relaxed, as you can see. The concert with Peter Allen, Marcia Hines, Don Lane, Bert Newton, LRB and Paul Hogan coming up soon on Channel 9. And so the stage is set and the concert hall expectant for the entrance of Charles and Diana for the Royal Gala concert. To their Royal Highnesses, who has been involved with just about all of the major variety shows and special events produced by Channel 9 over the past 17 years, is introducing the artists who performed at the marvellous Royal Gala concert tonight to their Royal Highnesses. Victorian School for Deaf Children, the Sign Choir, choir director Pam Kimber, and Don Lane handled the presentation excellently. Last year when the Sign Choir was formed, Don Lane asked them to appear on his show, which resulted in a massive public response. And the kids are so excited. Don Lane has an active interest in the problem of deaf children and learnt sign language. Don Lane, the recipient of every major television award in Australia, commands huge audiences throughout the country.
Yes, I think he must be highly commended for having taken so much time and patience to learn that sign language. Oh, and how delightful. Not just flowers on this occasion, but a kiss from one of the children. And I think actually it makes a change for the princess to be getting a kiss, because usually they're landed firmly on the cheek of Prince Charles. The royal couple quite clearly reluctant to leave those delightful children. But, leave they must, as Peter Freeman now asks them to take their position in the band room, because of course the rest of the artists are now anxiously lined up just outside, waiting now to be presented. And first in line there is Bruce McRae. Now he's the coordinator of the Melbourne Youth Choir. That was, well, we didn't really hear them sing this evening very much, but we certainly saw them. They were those shrouded figures who came in with Marcia Hines, each of them carrying a small candle. My goodness, what a marvellous start to the programme that was. The choir formed in 1974. It's sponsored by the Melbourne Youth Council, and Bruce has been their conductor now for 2 years. The Prince there obviously asking about the young members of the choir still at school. He says, yes, indeed there are, says Bruce. And how nice to be able to see his face for a change, because of course conductors, usually we do see their backs, as we're seeing now, but very nice to be able to identify Bruce McRae there. No doubt telling the royal couple that the choir has in fact been to England, performed 5 major concerts in fact this year already.
David Atkins, one of Australia's leading theatrical performers, choreographers and dancers. Incidentally, in 1981, he scored the lead role of Squizzy in the Australian production of the movie Squizzy Taylor.
Their marks.
Graham Lyle, conductor of the 54-piece Melbourne Pops Orchestra, a very highly regarded musician, composer, conductor, and arranger. A marvellous sounds filling the concert hall tonight.
Please don't.
And now, coming forward to be presented, the lady described as Australia's first lady of song, Marcia Hines. My goodness, what a marvellous start she gave to this evening's performance. Lady who's been voted the most popular female vocalist here in Australia, quite clearly brought a lot of delight to the royal couple this evening. Earlier today when we spoke to Marcia, she was saying how incredibly nervous she was about the whole thing, and certainly very nervous about meeting the royal couple, but the looks of it, no shortage of conversation there, so obviously she's overcome her nerves. And now members of the Little River Band, starting of course with John Farn on their lead vocal. I can't see what the rest of the band is wearing, but you'll probably remember that during the concert John was wearing a pink suit, changed now into dinner jacket. And I would think the Princess something of a fan of the Little River Band, and she'll probably be wanting to know about their tour of Europe about to start soon. The band will certainly be performing in London, and who knows, they may yet find that the royal couple sneak in quietly, as they do to many concerts in London, so that they can enjoy yet another performance of the Little River Band. John Farn, of course, known up until quite recently as a single artist, but joined the band last year and made a great hit with them as their lead vocalist. Coming in now, Graham Goble, who's the lead vocals and guitar. He's one of the original members of the group. Formed the group in 1975. He writes most of the band's material, including, of course, that song that we heard this evening, Signed Her Name with a D. I wonder if he meant D for Diana. Beeb Battles. Again, vocals and rhythm guitar. Beeb, another original member of the group there. Also writes a lot of the material for them. Beeb Battles, I see, hasn't changed out of the shirt and tie he was wearing. I should think the Princess, they're checking up on their latest hits. It says in my notes about Beeb that he's a harmony specialist. That's certainly something that he'll have in common with the Prince, because, of course, while Prince Charles was at Cambridge, one of the things that he did was learn to play the cello. He also, for a little while, learned to play the flute. Took up music quite seriously, and I'm told still plays at home when he has time. But cello's a rather difficult thing to cart around on a world tour with you. I don't know. Maybe he's bought the flute. Wayne Nelson, now the bass guitarist with the group. He joined the band in 1979, and he was the guy who sang the lead vocal on their last hit, Night Owls. That was, of course, before John Farnham joined them. Plays tennis or going for a jog, I think, is what I heard Prince Charles say there. No doubt referring to the last member of the group, still to come, but in the meantime, Steve Housden, lead guitarist. He joined the band quite recently, just in 1981. He went on tour with the band to America in 1981, and he's just finished his first album with them. It's called The Net. Brand new album for the Little River Band. It's just about due for release now.
Angela, the performance of the band has been quite outstanding, and they're certainly getting a good deal of attention here from their Royal Highnesses. LRB was the only group, I think Bert Newton said, to score a top 10 American single every year from 1978 through to 1982, and the first Australian-based entity to achieve a gold record in the USA.
And now Derek Felici, who's the drummer with the group. He appeared on stage wearing singlets and a shorts. And I must say, as he left, I thought it looked as if he was going to go off and join the marathon runners for a moment. But he's come back dressed in his black tie, dinner jacket. One of the most popular drummers in Australia, this guy. Came from America, of course, and very much the clown of the group. I think he proved that this evening. They always say on these occasions, of course, that people who are presented to the royal couple never, always slightly anxious, never quite know what they're going to be able to say. But of course, all our royal family, well versed in putting people at their ease, giving them plenty to talk about. And I think it's been lovely for us in Britain to see the way that Her Royal Highness blossomed in this way and is able to speak so easily to anyone.
He'll be some fun. Prince William's babysitter for the evening. The redoubtable Ho, who is homespun philosophy and observations, is our most visible ambassador. Evening Viewers has, of course, become a household phrase. In fact, I thought he might turn up as Donald Mackay or Luigi the Unbelievable tonight. He's seen on TV screens in 30 or more states in America now, and in Italy, France, Germany, Holland, and the Middle East, Japan, and so on. All are acquainted with his famous characters. Paul Hogan.
I have to say, to me, he looks considerably overdressed, because in Britain we know him for the commercials that he does for a certain beer, where he appears in singlets and shorts all the time. I don't think I've ever seen him fully dressed like that.
And as he suggested during his sketch tonight, totally at home in this kind of environment. Channel 9 Network continues its live coverage of the Royal Gala concert. The artists meeting their Royal Highnesses backstage after a super concert in Melbourne's brand new concert hall tonight.
Sure, no problem.
Now, straight from the Academy Awards, Australia's Peter Allen, who, despite a bad cold, performed admirably again tonight. Last year, he really broke through as a performer in America when he drew record crowds at the famed Radio City Music Hall in New York. And as we all know, very proudly know, he won an Oscar at the Academy Awards for the song he co-wrote for the hit movie Arthur. And what about songs like Tenterfield Saddler and I Still Call Australia Home? And we arrived back in Australia this morning following his Academy Awards engagement. In the background, the Premier of Victoria, John Cain and Mrs. Nancy Cain.
And last but by no means least, the host for tonight's gala concert, Bert Newton. Someone told me that I'd heard a lot about before I came here to Australia. Like the Royals, I just had an opportunity of meeting him for the first time. He's a great, great character here on Australian television, isn't he?
Well, he certainly is. He's got twin talents, a natural comedian and a sophisticated commentator. And his remarkable career has so far been recognised by a collection of 13 Logies. Well done, Bert. Well, that's all been special. And they chatted long and happily with the cast of tonight's Royal Gala concert. But Angela, Di is really something else.
She really is, isn't she? And I can quite understand, you know, why she's come to Australia and, as we've been told at home in Britain, just taken your hearts. I mean, Prince Charles there just popping his hand around her waist to give her a little bit of encouragement. But for those of us at home, we knew that as a very young girl, as she was when she was first married, that it wasn't going to be easy taking on this role of a very public lady when she's clearly such a private person. But I think she's taken great encouragement from Prince Charles, and really, as far as here in Australia is concerned, I think she's blossomed. She really has. You've been very good for her in Australia.
Well,